She's got no fascist felons in the White House, and and they asked me if I. They usually are here every Saturday night, I believe. Is that true? Yeah, you come here.
We just started every other
Oh, you
Saturday
just
night,
started. Okay, so
but
yes,
lately it's been every Saturday night.
there you go. There you go. All right. So, yeah. So they asked me if I'd like to come along, and I love being snarky, so I agreed. Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
put Denise up here. So, yeah. Hello. Oh, good. Yes. Hello to Gina M, Edward, Ellen. Hello, Samantha. Yeah. All right. So, Teacher Barb, did you get the job? I'm just really wanting to know. Yeah. Yeah, everybody, please like and subscribe to both Denise Fletcher Tarot. They're building their channels, and Jeff at Tarot Ask Back Words, if you already aren't. And yeah, they're lots of fun. Oh, you did? Oh my God, Barb! Celebrate. What happened to Barb was she went to her school, and she was called in, and they said, "We're not renewing your contract." And of course,
Oh,
that was awful for her, just awful. And she just got a job like that. She had an interview, she got the job. So I am so happy.
meant to be.
Meant to be. Yep. I think that, when sometimes we get forced out of something so that we can do something much better. So there you go. Yeah. So you're still awake, Gina? Oh my. You're yeah, it's much later over there in the UK. So yeah. Stay with us as long as you want, my dear. And we have Play here. And we have Wiki. Yeah. Oh, it's 6 miles away, Barb. That's perfect. Kathy Persons, new to Denise's channel. Thank you for being there. Yeah. Thank you, Edward. Janet DC. We're here to blow off some steam. You bet, girlfriend. We got some of the snarky cards. We got some of the other cards. Yeah, I'd love to hear about what your experiences have been today. And Kendra. Yeah. Everybody's saying, yay, Barb. Yay, Barb. And yeah. Imagine at Trinity. Well, good for you, sweetheart. First grade, right? First grade. So, and everybody, go ahead. And you had a lovely time. Did you go to the Wiki? Did you go protest? Did you do that today? You said you were thinking about that. Yeah. Hi, Rossi. Oh, that's so good, Barb. That's so good. Yeah. All right. I know. I'm happy for her. I mean, that was really. Denise did. Denise protested. That's where she got her hat.
Yeah.
Okay. And you saw quite a number of people there, right?
Oh yeah. My neighbor went to Burger King and picked us up a bunch of hats. And then somebody was
That
passing
was
out
all
these
fuzzy.
and then somebody was passing out stickers. So I put them on my hat. And I live in a small town, like 2,000 people.
Yep.
And there was over 50 of us, from
Good.
toddlers to great grandparents.
Wonderful.
And,
Wow.
and we walked from the park. We walked. I ended up walking several miles today, which I don't normally do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and it was great. We had a lot of people that drove by, and they did thumbs up, and they were, yay, supporting us.
Yep.
And then we had a few of the Trumpers, but we thought it would be worse than it was.
Yeah.
All of us did, because we live in a very red
area.
town.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very red.
I'm glad it wasn't as bad. Wiki went on the Bainbridge to Seattle Ferry. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Hello, Linda Gibson, Hebert. And you were with your child, Kendra, but you hope the PETA. So far they are. I did see in LA that they were pushing back protesters with horses, and a lot of people were and they were doing flashbangs, but they were over a freeway, and I think they wanted to push the people back for some reason. So yeah. You were one of the thousands who marched in downtown Manhattan. Thank you, dear. Good for you.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you,
Yep.
Ellen.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway. Your husband went to your protest? Good. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Denise.
I was going to say, I was reading hers and it's like, yeah, ours was very peaceful too. We were really surprised. We were prepared.
Uh-huh. Good.
We
Yeah.
really were.
Yep.
So
I had to hold office hours for school today, so I didn't go. I have done it before. I wore one of those Pussy
Pink
Riot
hat?
hats. Yeah. No, it's a Pussy Riot. It's a pink cat hat. Yeah, cat hat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pussy hats.
All right. Is Mel B here? All right.
Hi, Mel.
Hi, you guys. Yeah. You wanted to go, but you had to work today. I heard that the Missouri governor sent the National Guard out. Yeah. Yeah. All right. There were fights in Port Richey. Oh, I hope that wasn't where that sheriff said he was going to kill you dead like in a cemetery. Weird.
Where did these?
Yeah.
You know what? It's been so many years now. I've lost words, and you know I have words.
Yeah.
And I've just gotten to the point I can't.
How
was his parade?
How rainy was his parade? It did rain, but he said he wasn't going to call it off because it was a good omen.
Hi, GM. It was a good omen.
It was a good omen. Yeah. All right. Let's get on it. Let's get on it. Any questions are open for us. And yeah. So Barb is wondering what she can expect in this upcoming new year at her school. So, yeah.
Okay. What kind of a school?
It's an elementary school.
I'm thinking of vibrations of the school. What kind of vibrations?
Well, it is in Florida. I do have to say that. And you know who their governor is.
Another felon?
No, it's Ron DeSatan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't been prosecuted yet.
Yeah. Hi, Teresa Levine, Anita. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in on one of our other channels that are working today. Either Jeff's or Denise's. Kelly McCall. All right, I got your questions. I love this, Rossi. That sheriff has small dick energy. Oh, that's funny.
What is that French Revolution movie?
Les Mis.
Yeah.
Les Miserables.
That one or the one with the king, and he built that huge thing in France and castle.
Oh, yeah. King
the French Revolution.
Revolution, right? That's now we're
you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Anyway, they should be teaching that in school.
They should be. You're absolutely right. Yeah. All right. Getting questions. Thank you, everybody. Getting questions. Hello, Garnet. Hoi, hoi, hoi. All right. Versailles was the movie. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
Maureen. Yes. Thank you. Right. Thank you.
Big guy understood Lettson's Miserables. Yes. I was surprised he had any intelligence to understand what that was about. All right. Let me put somebody in the hot seat. Let's see. How about you, Jeff? You want to go first?
The first thing I'm going to point out is I don't know if you've been working a lot on lesson plans, but I'm going to tell you why I'm getting that. There's a lot of celebration around you right now. That's the energy, Venus and Cancer. And this is Deb Zakow's deck. I'm sure you've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And also I got the Eight of Swords reversed. So I'm thinking this was the first thing that made me think of lesson plans because there's a lot of paperwork, bureaucracy associated with this. So It might drive you a little bit batty in the beginning. And then the 3 of Wands is a plan. But you're sitting in this energy right now where Mercury in Cancer, that type of thing where there's a lot of communication that's going to be involved. I think that you haven't tapped into in this job with students. At first, you might come on a little strong as far as how you interface with them, but ultimately, the iron fist approach isn't the way to go. But you do have a disciplinarian sort of technique to you, but I think this is more about your own style, your own inner way of communicating and getting your point across. So what I will say is this, you're going to be really dedicated the first year, I think, to ironing things out and trying to find your way through this. But in the end, you've got a lot to offer with the Knight of Cups. So what I'm thinking is, don't sell yourself short and feel like just because there's a lot of work involved that you can't be yourself in this, because I think this is really what it's all about for you. It's not about ruling with an iron fist. Even if you have that inclination to come on a little bit stronger or overcompensate, you're going to do really well.
Uh-huh. Wow. Thank you. That sounds good. Yeah. Yeah. Miss Denise, what you got?
I have the sun with your current situation. So that's telling me that it's very bright and positive. You're on the right path there. I think you're at the right school. I think it's very good. Because then the next card you got was the Lovers card. And I have them wearing bikinis, so they're safe.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
it's a
you never-
brand new school, not even open yet, she says.
Wow.
Wow. That's awesome. Yeah.
So you're going to have a lot of choices by
Mhm.
this, and you're going to make connections starting early.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then moving forward, you need to be careful because you got the Nine of Cups reversed. So you got to be careful at first, like communicating with the newbies and, meeting on what you say, how you say it.
Mhm.
Watch
Mhm.
out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it could cause you mental nightmares.
Right.
And
I had
we
that
don't want
too. I didn't show it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you had the Eight of Swords reversed.
That's what I had.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
September. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
you got to let go of negative thinking and stuff. Just kind of like go in non-opinionated. And not saying you're opinionated. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying just go in with a blank mind.
Mhm.
So then you can read on the vibrations of the other people around you so that you'll know who to trust and who not to trust. But I would really count on your instincts to get you through, especially new school, new people. Everybody's going to be scratching for the top.
Mhm. Wow. All right. Thanks,
Oh,
Denise.
You're
All right.
welcome.
I move myself over here. Barb, I have short and sweet. The first one I get is a Band-Aid. And I think, it's basically saying this is going to be your wound was covered up fairly quickly. Let's put it that way. Yeah. It didn't take you long to find a job. That should tell you something. You're very valuable. I do happen to agree that be careful who you talk to in a new place,
Yeah.
because you don't know how they're, what they think, and you don't want to get yourself into that relationship problem. But the next one I get is a rock. So stand tough, stand there and know that you are solid like a rock would be. And I love this. You will get into the groove. You will play that guitar. Your tune will be going as you go along. And it's exciting for you, I know. And I think that you're just going to have a really good time. I do. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
good luck. Yeah, good luck. All right.
A lot of
let's
good
go back.
cards around that.
Yeah, absolutely. Hello to those of you who came in, Lauren and Warrior Girl. It's good to see you, Jenny. And I saw Black Bell and Mousy, a couple other folks. If I didn't met, so I just want to tell you what you're looking for. We have about 11. So Gina M, Maureen, Kendra, Ellen, Jane, Fasha, Anita, Mousy. Play, you said to scratch that one. All right. Black Bell and Marby. So that's what we got. And so we'll ask you if you're still here. Just let us know if you're still here, because we'd like to be able to read for you with you in the audience. So thank you so much. So Gina M, is Rick W good for me? What is he thinking about our time together? Oh, okay. Little love interest. Mm-hmm.
Has he given you flowers lately, or have you given him flowers? I'm getting like plastic and flowers for some reason.
Ooh, all right.
But let me see.
Tapestry of the Unseen. Thanks. Thank you, Jane. All right. Carol Berner. Nice to see you. Old Silver. I got to go back and tag that other one. Just let me know when you're ready and I'll put you in the hot seat, guys.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're ready? Okay. Hang on.
Okay, what I was asking for is what kind of a man Rick is. That ain't cool. I'm just kidding. That's why they come here, because they come out the fool with the first card. And I was asking, what kind of a man is he?
I challenge reverse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then the Empress, he's a mama's boy.
Uh-oh.
I
You
should
sure
hope
that's not Gina? Yeah. Okay.
maybe he wants a mama.
Maybe. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, you never know. Just that's
Nothing
why
wrong
you're
with
here.
being a mama's boy in some cases. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what could cause a conflict? Yikes. Goes along with the mama figure. He's got strings. This is showing possible strings attached.
Oh.
So I would think he's got mama. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's
But
just,
she wonders what he's thinking about her. So
yeah. Well, see, I wanted to know what kind of man he was, because that'll tell you. Because if he has a high respect for his mama,
that's true.
and he will respect you as a woman.
That's my husband. His mother, he and his mother were tight. Yeah. Yep.
And he wasn't he was just.
He wasn't a mama's boy, but he loved his mother and treated her well. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how it's developing is I don't know, 7 of Swords. And then the 4 of Swords come out on the end. Maybe take a break. I would, if you haven't been dating him long, I would say definitely date him for some time. I think then these will explain themselves. But I think he's a really nice person. And I think he loves his mother. His mama read tarot cards, but he doesn't believe in it. Well, that's okay.
Yeah. So she sounds pretty cool if she reads tarot cards.
Tarot cards.
Yeah. She does.
So, yeah. But so I would just say, you're looking at an investment. You try multiple cars before you buy one. So you gotta
Glad
try,
you didn't say cows.
and you don't buy the first house you look at,
Right.
so
Yeah.
you gotta check it out.
All right.
He
Thank
may
you very
he
much.
may change his ways. Yeah, he may change his ways just for you.
Maybe. All right.
Mhm.
Jeff, I guess it's your turn.
So I got the 10 of Wands that came in reversed. I don't know who's coming off a bad relationship here. I feel like there's some element of transparency that's not there. I think it's probably he that's coming out of one. There's some burden weighing on his mind. Either he gets into these scenarios pretty quickly, and he trips over himself. He might have like a characteristic where he's kind of like, what's the word? Like kind of bumbling, but I don't mean it in a bad way. And then you got the Judgment card, forgiveness. There's a certain amount here of he has a harsh way about him as far as the way he views himself that he has to overcome if he's going to be good enough for you. And I feel like there's either abandonment or loneliness issues that come in. 7 of Wands reversed, I got. That's like another harsh judgment in the sense because in the past, he's either been lied to quite a bit or he's had to talk himself into sort of fictions to be happy. On top of it, the Queen of Cups, though, if he can, and that could be his mother, the way that it came in, the subconscious energy, the nurturing, he kind of needs that. And then I did get another 3 of Cups for you. I don't know if he is a water sign, but I think ultimately, I don't know if he's been unemployed, but I got this reversed, and if he has some sort of stomach issue. But ultimately, he does have a fear of being alone, and I think you need to vet him more before you.
She said she was going to take him for a test drive.
Yeah, you need to vet him, is what I'm hearing. You need to vet him. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I think. The 7 card or the sword cards that came out at the end of mine, I think is exactly what Jeff is saying.
Wow, that's interesting, guys. Wow.
I think it's
all
the
right.
same.
Thank you. All right. So what do I get? I get that he's a Casanova. In a good way, because actually you like romance. So I'm getting, when Jeff said, did you get flowers or whatever in the beginning, I'm thinking he could be very romantic. And it could be that he just, he treats women well. That's what I got. But then wait till you see this card. I got the reincarnated. I think this is a reincarnation of another lifetime. You've been together before. You might be working out something. So I don't know. It says here on the card, something from the past will make an appearance and it must be dealt with in order to move on or make progress. Now, if it doesn't believe in cards and all that stuff, that may be difficult to talk to or about, but you know how it goes with we come back and we meet people that we've lived with and worked with before. So I think that this is somebody you were at least meant to get back together with, even if it's just for, taking care of karma or something. Yeah. Anyway, wow. Thank you very much. Yeah.
I also think there's something he doesn't want to show you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's and we always put our best self forward when you first out of fear. Oh, okay. Maybe he's had some kind of problem before. Thank you. Thank you very much, Gina. Not trying to discourage you. Maureen, I believe this is your procedure that you're going in for. Is that what this is? I want to make sure. She's going in to have a procedure done to check her thyroid or something like that. Let me clear it up so they know. Yeah. Oh, you are very nice, Gina. Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good that we all came up with the same kind of reading too.
Yep. Yep. And she does believe he's meant to be in her life for a season or a reason. And I totally get that. I love that. Yeah. All right. All right. He is a bit of a Casanova. Okay. All right. So Maureen, I'm still waiting to see if you're welcome, sweetheart. Maureen, just let us know, is this the procedure you're having on Tuesday? Yeah, your thyroid, you said it. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So she's having a procedure done on her thyroid.
Oh, thyroid.
What's that, dear?
You said it's for her thyroid?
Yes. Procedure
Okay.
for her thyroid. Yes. I am collecting questions here, everybody. So just keep putting them in. We'll take as many as we can. Are you ready, Jeff? You
Yeah,
look like
I
you're
actually am ready.
all right.
So I don't know if this is congenital. I don't know if this is within the family, so to speak, but I feel like somebody else had this problem either with the thyroid, if it's hypothyroidism, I don't know what it is, but I do get the Six of Cups, which makes me think that there's something going back in the past. I also feel that someone told you how to treat this, or someone gave you the wrong opinion about what to do vis-a-vis this, or didn't diagnose it properly in the past. But coming back to the thing, the combination of the Six of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles makes me think that it is something that is cyclical within the family, but it might skip a generation, or it might be something that actually can be contained. You do have in your subconscious the Tower. I kind of feel, again, this comes back to that energy about people have either given you unsolicited advice and told you to either lose weight or do something, or to try a different diet approach. And you need to tell them to back off, because this can be about boundaries when it's upright. And the energy you're sitting in right now is the King of Pentacles. You've been throwing a lot of money at things, I think, to try to, or externally, people think you're trying too hard to fix something that is just something you're going to have to settle with. But if you want to know, I mean, this is, when it's reversed, it's about building a foundation. The hope is good in the sense, even though this is reversed, it's about building a new diet, building a new way. And then if the outcome card is the King of Swords reversed. So I'm thinking, you're in a position right now where you might hear something you don't like at first, but actually it's something that you will be able to control. That's what I'm getting for you.
Wow. She said she was misdiagnosed for 10 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I got that from the cards.
You did. You're really good at this. I know.
He is.
Yeah,
He is.
He's yeah. Denise, what about you, girl?
Your current situation, you're having distorted thoughts because the moon came in reverse. So your fear, I feel it's your fear that because you were so misdiagnosed, that now you're fearing that they may not still have it correct. So, and that would
might
be
not at first. Yeah.
yeah, that would be normal. So I would.
Right.
Then we got the Nine of Wands reversed. Did you fight to have this procedure? Did you fight against it at first? Oh my gosh. Then she got an ear infection on top
Well, she
of it.
also has just had surgery and had all her teeth removed.
Oh,
This is like, yeah, this is like adding insult to injury, you know?
Well, this kind of explains the cards.
Yeah.
But you do have teamwork going here, even though it is the Three of Pentacles, and most of the time in political, that's a dark secret things. But I think you have doctors working together is what that represents. And then I got the King of Pentacles. and it came in reverse, and I'm thinking that something financially that you are having issues with. I don't know if your insurance is causing issues for this procedure or not, but there's double check everything before you have the procedure to make sure your insurance is covering it. That's what I'm picking up on that one.
Okay.
And that was more like from the financial of the cards and a procedure and insurance, because I've dealt with a lot of that crap lately too.
Mhm.
If they don't cover it, I don't know the situation behind it, but I'm thinking you've had to kind of push people along to get things taken care of. Is how
She did. She fought to have the procedure, and the doctor is pissed because they're probably going to say, "Oh, she didn't need it." You know,
Yeah, I feel
Oh,
like they
see,
disagree with her. They disagree
they
with what she
disagree with
wants to
her.
do.
Yeah,
so
That's what that King of
that
Swords
made
was.
me feel good. Thank you. So it does, yeah.
Yeah.
So it explains it, because when they all fell down, I'm thinking, oh my God, that's horrible. But then when it explained it, I went, oh yeah, that explains it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. It's interesting. We look at cards and we say, this doesn't make sense, but it really does. Yeah, yeah. So you did it.
Then once we read them, and then the people
Yeah.
start telling us, giving us the
Yeah,
feedback. That's
right.
what we need
That's right.
feedback, is that
That's
we
right.
got to know we're on the right trail.
All right.
Hey,
Yeah. All right. So let's see. I got 3 cards that are very interesting to me. The first card I get is polarity, and it's like that's you and the doctor.
Yeah.
You feel this way, and the doctor felt this way, and that's the polarity. But you have been suffering, and so you stood your ground, and you're ready to go. And I love this card, and I'm hoping that it says on here trust. And look, it's somebody that's going with their little motorcycle or whatever down the street, and the leaves are falling all around them. And so it kind of goes with it. You need to trust your own intuition, which is exactly what you did. So whatever comes of it, whether or not it's true or not, whether or not you find out you have a problem or not,
Yeah.
you will hopefully find out what
That's
you
what I
don't have. Yeah.
You might not at first find the diagnosis, but it's like what
Right.
Allie just said. They're going to rule
Yeah.
stuff out first.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yep.
got with that King of Swords. It's a heavy-handed approach, but you've had to take the steering wheel away from people
Right.
because you're not getting
Yeah.
what you need.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Be proud that you have advocated for yourself. One doctor wants you to have it and the other doctor didn't. Well, there's the polarity as well. Okay.
that would
I'm
explain the Two of Pentacles.
Yeah, that would. You're absolutely right. Wow. Thanks, Maureen. We certainly will be with you with
Yeah.
prayer and best outcome for you on that day. Yes. Okay. Will Boeing try to put the blame on the pilot or the co-pilot? Are we talking about the Air India? Is that what we're talking about? Kendra? All right.
I'm laughing about the Carol's question.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I know. Thank you for saying that, though, Carol.
Thank you for entertainment only.
Yeah, we don't want to get ourselves in trouble. Yes, Air India. Okay, so you guys know that they took off and they crashed into a college dorm or something, and that one guy got out. And I've read today that there have been 2 plane crashes where one person has survived, and they both sat in 11A seats.
Oh my God.
And somebody said they'll be charging more for people to get that seat. Oh my God. Yeah. All right. So let me know when whoever's ready first.
Better plane. You know what?
Wow.
I'm hearing either with this that the plane was either just malfunctioning or sabotaged. I don't know if they can blame either one of them because I got the Six of Pentacles, which is fraud, which can be fraud. And then I got the World reverse, which is the delay. I kind of feel like this thing should not have taken off at all. And there's a specific reason why. Two of Wands is the energy they're sitting in, which is a plan. Knight of Pentacles as the energy in the past should have meant a hard stop. Knight of Swords, again, this is that type of, in a political read, that ideology, if it's reversed, that can be dangerous. I don't know if there was a lot of wind or they took off in temperature in something that was they shouldn't have. And they ignored it because it's in the subconscious position. And then in the near future, secrets are coming out. I don't know if it's either one of those, but this could be something that they're hiding. So I don't know if it's either one of them. Five of Pentacles. I don't think it's either one of them. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that because that's what my guides are telling me.
Okay. J Cat Lady says that the guy that survived said he heard a loud boom before the plane went down. So,
yeah, I just don't think either one of them might be to blame for this.
You know, they probably want to put it on the co-pilot because he only had 1,100
I mean, I'm
hours.
sure there's always a scapegoat, but
yeah,
maybe I'm not reading it the question right, but
it's all right.
Oh, hi. I looked up and I was on screen. I was like, oh.
Star
I got the
of
Queen.
the day. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh. I got the Queen of Wands to start out with. So is it? I'm going to set it down because it doesn't make any sense yet. Then I got the Page of Pentacles reversed. Unrealistic. The Page of Pentacles reverse. It's showing. I know what she is now. There's a woman who's going to come out with information that financially they cut corners somewhere in either the maintenance or the building of the plane, and then they end up with the Strength card reversed. The soft approach as she's reversed. So here she's strength and positivity. Here it's a less strength of a card, and they need to push to find the answer. They're going to try and cover it up. That's what my guides are telling me. That's what I just heard. And then the Three of Wands comes up in the next position. There will be momentum and progress. They will find out the solution, and the Ace of Swords is the outcome. The answer is yes, they will get the solutions, and it's a mechanical error, whether it's just a worn part or something. But I believe it was because they were cutting corners somewhere on a part, replacement part, or well, when you get back from this flight, we'll fix it type thing.
Right. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, Boeing looking for the scapegoat. Yep. All right. So thank you, Denise.
You're welcome.
This is interesting. The first card I get is augury, which is fortune telling. Somebody predicted this was going to happen. Might be that lady you're talking about.
You know, Wands.
Because yeah.
I like that.
The second
augur well.
Augury. I know. I love it too. The next one is spreading and mutating. And so it could be something that I agree with both of them. It could be that it wasn't fixed or somebody fixed it up, if you get my drift. Yeah,
Yep.
it's one or the other because, and it's happening to them in specifically because this has happened in the last X amount of years. They're the ones that manufacture a lot of these that have happened. Wasn't that the one in Malaysia was one, and there were other
Malaysia
ones.
Flight, yeah,
Yeah.
2013, 14, yeah.
Yeah.
And the doors are falling off, and the
The doors
Canadian
are
one
falling.
ended
Yeah.
upside down.
Yep. Yep. To cut corners. But look at the last one I get is public life burnout. And what I'm feeling is with that card is that they're not too well revered anymore. And so
No.
that's why they're looking for a scapegoat. And that's a big company to, have to lose business. So yeah, I really feel like yeah, we got that. And I think it isn't necessarily a person that was in that plane flying it. Yep, you're right, cat lady. You're right. Yeah. I know. Sorry to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We got Ellen. Guidance from Spirit. Spirit knows what's on her mind. Let us know you're here. And then we have Jane and we have Anita after that. Just letting you know where you are in the line. Hi, Fatima or Fatima. I don't know how to say it still. So I'm just going to say both. Yeah. Hi, Anya. Nice to see you. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Hi.
Oh, good. Thanks, Ellen. Yeah.
Ellen, are you worried about somebody right now? And I'm hearing like bronchitis or arthritis or something with itis.
Okay. Let us know, Ellen.
Let me see.
Spirit, you have a message for
Meningitis. Somebody has some spirits trying to tell me there's something about somebody's misbehavior or miscalculation where you're concerned. And I feel it's either a self-esteem issue that's becoming something that's blowing up into something physical, because you get the Justice card reversed. Spirit's trying to tell me you got to think better of yourself because it's going to make you sick if you don't. Eight of Pentacles reversed. That can be something with the stomach that you're internalizing. I'm getting something going on here with your health. Also, the Ten of Cups, something within the family that's going on about whom you might be worried. Nine of Wands in the past, reversed. Yeah, you're up at quite a bit about this at night to the point of it's being obsession. There's something going on here. Two of Swords reversed. This is in the point where you have to go a certain way and you know what you need to do. Spirit's saying to you, yes. They're saying do it. And then Four of Cups reversed. That can be psychic dreams. It can be, some sort of vision. You have a vision of something that you're worried is going to come true. They want you to, my guides are telling me, your guides are telling my guides, Spirit, to do what you know you need to do. That's what I got to do.
All right, so we got the mystery solved. Fatima says we're supposed to have an accent in the A, like fa. So I think it's Fatima.
Oh, okay.
Fatima. Thank you. Yep. Oh, the guides are chatting. She's a person with anything that she could think of, but maybe it will make more sense with some, maybe she doesn't recognize it in herself.
Do you dread going to work, Ellen? I mean, do you dread your job?
I think she does. I'm thinking of leaving my job. There you go. Yeah. So she's up at night worrying about, is that what you're feeling?
Yeah, I think she needs to get out fast and find something else.
Okay.
I think her health. Yeah.
All right. And somebody's dog agrees. All right. There you go.
He wants to go out, It's,
okay.
Just a minute, Matilda. Just a minute. I'll be right there. I'm going to pull an oracle for you, Ellen, because that's what my spirit told me. Um, and I got Keeper of the Wild. This is the Tree Oracles. The Tree Keeper's Oracle, and I
Mhm.
really like it. It's it's a good for me. It's good. So it comes up Keeper of the Wild. The wild isn't just a place out there. It's also a place in here. You are related to elk and deer, butterfly and hummingbird, bison, gazelle, and tiger. The mountains live in your bones, the rivers in your veins, wildflowers grow along the chambers of your heart. You weren't born to pay bills and die, distracting yourself with the secondary satisfaction of house and car and happy hour. The time has come to unplug
Interesting.
from your current matrix. Your mind is a savanna teeming with running wildebeest. Your heart is an ocean full of mighty whales. Shut up, dog. You can
I
tell
gotta
she's a
pee.
princess.
She's gotta pee.
I know she does. Your mind is a savannah teeming with running wild beasts. Your heart is an ocean full of mighty whales and splendid dolphins. Your soul is a forest full of stories. The moon whispers late at night. Indulge your own nature and rewild your life. That's your message from your spirit.
All right. Well, she wants to do something environmental. So there you got
I'll
that
be right
code.
back.
Yeah. All right.
Coming.
Somebody's got to go. All right. So what I got for you, Ellen, is something is emerging with you. This big bear has been sleeping for a very long time, but he's got his honey with him. So you've probably been at this job for a while. So you've got some honey invested in it. It says you don't like, you don't dread it, but you're not really that happy about it. I understand that. But it's hard to leave a place you've been at a long time because you kind of know what the rules are, even if you don't like them. I have here that a gatekeeper, and I believe that you are just, trying to emerge to find what it is you'd like to do. And in doing that, that will give you some release or reflection from how you've been feeling. Finally, I get generosity. You have given an awful lot to this company. I'm not sure that they've given back to you as much as you've given to them, although there are a lot of gifts that you learned from working there. And so those gifts can go somewhere else. They can go, and you could be truly appreciated, let's say, in another place. So, yeah. All right. Ellen, I hope that helped some. So thank you so much. All right. So the next, that was a fast pee. Okay.
Well, she actually was barking. I have windows behind here where my living room's there, so I'm like see through my house. And she was sitting over there barking at me because she wanted me to quit being on the computer. And
oh yeah, I want your attention now, Mama. Yeah.
yeah,
Jane, did your brother and his wife get out of the burned vehicle?
what?
Are they okay? Are they in the hospital? I'd really like to know myself. I certainly am sorry to hear this. That's horrible. All right. So Jane, you say yes. I'm sorry because there's a delay. So your brother and his wife passed, or are they all right? They're okay. Okay. They ran out before it got serious. All right. Thank you for letting us know that. Yeah. So you're really wondering, okay, they're alive. So you're really wondering how this will affect them, perhaps? Okay. All right. Yes. All right.
I'm getting bad whiplash.
Oh.
That's this. Yeah, I'm like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You're fine.
Yeah, always tell them that, first of all, did they create the accident or someone hit them? Because that's gonna.
I feel like there's a motorcyclist involved in this somehow. I don't know why.
Oh,
Um,
no.
So I got 10 of cups. They will get through this. I mean,
Mhm.
what I'm
Yeah.
feeling though is that something hasn't come up about why this happened.
Mhm.
And I also don't necessarily know in the investigation if enough has been done yet to try to figure out. I don't know if one of them in the past, and you'd know better than I would, obviously, Jane, ever sped, like was a speeder. But I'm getting this energy of like speed being a factor in this. And I got the world on top, which means to me that something hasn't been discovered yet about this. There's some delay
Mhm.
coming in. Page of Wands. I also kind of feel like there might have been someone who was speeding against them that hit them. I don't know if it was on a highway or into some. It just started burning while they were driving. Yeah, I feel like something was amiss here. Five
Yeah.
of Pentacles, out in the cold. Like I just kind of feel like something wasn't dealt with that should have been dealt with before.
Yeah. I'm going to go next if you don't mind, because I kind of
Okay.
go right along with you. What I get first of all was that the piggy bank. So this is gonna be expensive, and whatever it is that they'll need to fix or whatever. However, Jeff's right. The puzzle pieces have not been put together. There's a missing something.
There's
And I'm
something.
wondering if it has to do with the vehicle, like there was something that was wrong with the company made it wrong, or, and that can happen. It doesn't have to be a brand new car for that to happen, because I keep getting stuff. I have a Kia and I keep getting, we need to fix this. This was an error on our part. And I think they might be able to file for something, because you're driving along and your car starts burning as you're going down the highway. That's pretty scary. I'm so glad they're okay, but they're just absolutely drained. I get energy sucking. This just completely, it makes you feel like, oh my God, what if I hadn't done this? Look what would have happened, that kind of thing. So thank you, Jane. Lots of love and uplifting for you and your family. All right, Denise, you're in the hot seat.
Okay. While Allie was giving you her reading, I got a thought from my guide Gellick. Never mind. I forgot. I lost it. It's not there anymore. It may come back to me.
Yeah.
But it was pertaining to the vehicle. There's something about the vehicle. I got the moon reversed, so there is some cover up here, or something unaware. I don't want to say cover up.
Right.
It's definitely something that shouldn't have happened, because the car started while you were driving.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the 9 of Cups. So I got a feeling they're going to find out what it wasn't your brother's fault or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Yeah. Might be a lawsuit. I mean, it might very well be that they.
And then I got the 3 of Swords.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yep. Which is moving forward, they have to look at hiring an attorney or do the research online and find out if there's any recalls of that car making, that would be my first start. I don't know.
Me too.
And then the Fool came up with that card. So it was a surprise to me too. It was hidden.
Mhm,
So it must be really important.
mhm.
A fresh start. I think we have once they do that with this Three of Swords, is get some legal help. Um, I think the lawyer will be helping them get to the Six of Pentacles.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then there'll be more material and spiritually so fixed. And I heard 4 to 5, 6 weeks just then in my head. Okay, I don't.
Mhm,
It could be my, you know, that's just what I heard, and that's how I've survived.
mhm.
Um, and on the end, you got 7 of Cups. Someone's going to try and distract them. I think what the insurance company is going to offer them a deal,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
and
maybe.
or
Well,
the
certainly
or the
totaled. Yeah,
car company, or someone's going to offer them something,
Mhm.
but
mhm.
they still need to take the advice of an attorney.
I
Because
agree.
that's what it sounds like. And I'm not a lawyer. I'm not even a PA. I'm nothing.
Mhm.
Uh, well, I am something, but I'm not legal. I'm not a legal aid.
Yeah, yeah. No,
See,
it's past experience and that we recognize that this could be
yeah,
something that could be true. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, because sometimes things happen in our lives that we have no control over.
That's right. You're
And then
absolutely right.
everything will start smoothing out for them. It sounds like what I picked up, I know what it was, Allie. When you were
Mhm.
reading for them, what I picked up was they've just had one thing after another, and now we got this. That's
Uh-huh.
what,
The things always come in a group. Yes.
yeah,
Yep.
that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
my
Yep.
senility is not too bad.
Uh-huh. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the question, Jane. And I send them
Yeah.
lots of love. And it would be very dramatic to lose your car. Yeah, like that. Okay. All right. So we have Anita K. You just want a general reading. Next, I have Mousy and then Black Bell. If you could just put in the chat that you're here, that would be awesome.
General read.
Oh my God, really? The wife was hit last week in her car. So yes. Too
I
much
mean,
in a week. Yeah, there you go. Yep.
yeah,
Yep. Wow.
we couldn't have read that in the cards, Allie.
I
We couldn't.
know. Yeah. All right.
Um,
Thanks, Anita.
so I'm hearing something about an unfulfilled wish, and actually, you feel like life is really passing you by right now, Anita. I'm trying to figure out here if temperance and balance came in, but the challenge to that was the Queen of Cups, which to me means I heard divine femininity. I don't know if somebody made you feel less than in the past, but it was the result of a goal that was unfulfilled because, yeah, and then I'm getting magician. You can do it. You're sitting in that energy, but unfortunately in the past, yeah, you've had a lot of stumbles. Maybe you've actually fallen literally. But there's a man and there's somebody that mistreated you or put you in a position where you had to question like everything that you did. And unfortunately, it instead of doing the work that you needed to do on yourself, because it was harder to admit that this someone close to you could hurt you, that you could let them in. They embarrassed you, is what I'm hearing, because the Hermit reverse can be embarrassed, and you're carrying that still. Three of Cups. You're sitting in this energy of potentially getting out of it and manifesting it with the Mercury and Cancer, with, and celebrating around people who've been through it. But outwardly, people know how bitter you are, and actually not bitter, but this is really weighing on your mind. So it's preventing you from getting to have that someone that is going to guide you. Yeah. With the Wheel of Fortune coming in, there's something for which you're fated to do that you haven't done yet. And it is going to mean an ending. It is going to mean an ending and something that has to change within you is what I'm hearing.
Yep. All right. She says it's her ex. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I got the Page of Pentacles, your current situation. Oh.
Oops,
I'm picking
sorry.
up financial irresponsible. That he's financially irresponsible. That's what the problem was.
He may have been a criminal too.
A criminal?
Could be corruption.
Oh.
That would be Ace of Pentacles reversed, actually.
Well, I have the Ace of Pentacles, but I have it upright. So it's anyway, and then I got the Chariot. So anyhow, Jeffrey, you know I'm not white or tight, round tight, so
Who is nowadays?
off the guard. See, even threw my hat off. Now my dog's running. So. Anyways, I'm picking up that he doesn't want to work. I'm looking for that. He suddenly decided he was Jennifer's dad after she passed away. Oh, that's cute. And then
No
I
more
have
money. That's why. No more. Don't have to pay any more.
Oh, now the rest of my cards make sense. Because it come up Pentacles, and I'm thinking, and the first thing was financially irresponsible. Is what?
Yep.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's you got the Chariot going in two different directions, so you got to be careful here. He's going to try and bully his way in if he hasn't already. That's what I'm picking up on that card. And then I got the Ace of Pentacles on what's moving forward. So,
yeah, Maureen, he is.
Potential to prosper.
Oh my God.
King of Swords reversed. Mentally unprepared, weakly underlying. He's manipulative. He's got a two-sided tongue. Two-edged tongue. He can be sweet as a pie or cut you like a knife. And the outcome is the Seven of Swords upright. He's going to try and steal.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Hi, Sarkish. Hi, Black.
Did you marry my ex-husband? God damn. God. Her ex. It sounds like him.
Yeah. We recognize some of the energy of the ex-husbands.
Oh, mine's actually sitting in prison.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Not for you. Yeah, I'm sure you're not. Yeah, you're happy. So, Anita, you've got the strength to be successful and charge ahead. Don't forget, you're the one on the horse's back. You're the one with the higher energy. And it says here, using that knowledge of him and the situation, probably you have other experiences that could say that this was something he would do. And that you've gone through too much of a challenge in this situation because you had to deal with the loss of your child and then this crazy man who is out for a profit over somebody that passed. But you've got the microphone. You're not only on the back of the high horse, but you've got the microphone, and you need to be more assertive and just basically tell him exactly what you feel, because you've got the power, girl, not him.
Yeah.
You can put it up there, SR. We've got several people in front of you. In fact, thank you for, I'm usually calling out the names. So Mousie's next, and then Black Bell, and then after that, Marby and Play. Love, remember. So just let us know. Okay. So Mousy, you just want a general reading, I'm guessing. All right. Mousy, while I'm waiting, I just want to say, have you got your has your son put up your outside house for you to for your garden? I'm just asking that. I don't know if that's happened yet.
Mousy, I'm getting that there's some scrutiny here about um, something that is mandatory that you have to do, but it's not. I feel like the gentleman that is involved in this could actually be the problem instead of the bad luck that you're feeling you're having right now. And it might be time to actually get out from under the thumb of this sort of either religious or this dogmatic belief you have about being loyal to something, because I feel like you're looking at something from a vantage point, because you got the house in the center. Fundamentally, there's nothing wrong with you or your area, but there's something wrong with how you're looking at it. You need to change your perspective on it. Yeah. And I got the wisdom of the owl on the bottom. And then I got the choice that you're going to make is, I feel in a lot of cases, you've been driven more by what you feel your luck should be versus what you know intuitively you should be doing. And then I get the star. This is how things come together in the world, or how the hope that you have about something. So I think you need to change your perspective about something, because I think you're at some sort of crossroads.
Mm.
And I heard a paperclip for some reason. I feel like something isn't attached right. Something either physically, or there's too much paper around you. I'm getting all of this sense of like office work that is really annoying you right now. I don't know why. That's what I got for you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yep. Denise, it's getting darker there. I'm seeing glare off your glasses.
Okay, I'll have to turn my light on. I already did the poll. Let me turn my. Oh my goodness! Now the dog's sleeping in my feet. I love my animals, but I'll tell you what. I'm so. I must have a rain cloud over my stars today. With. Never mind.
I'm sorry.
That's why I said disorganized, organized.
Yeah, you get it.
I really am organized. You'd never know it, but I am.
Mhm.
Keeper of Sleep Hun is what I got for you. That's Mousy. I pulled it because my guide said you need an oracle, and these are very good. Even though I laughed and the dog barked through the last one, this time she's sleeping, so we're safe. Keeper of sleep. Not many people know this, but trees sleep and dream. They also nap. It's one of the ways they are able to produce flower, fruit, seed, and shade. Your vitality is restored in the dream time as it is yours. Sleep is essential to your daily repair and triply important during times of trauma, stress, and illness. Your body not only heals during delta wave deep sleep, but fresh insights and inspirations are available to you during this sacred time. Perhaps this moment does not need your doing, producing, tending. This moment is offering you the opportunity to shed the skin of your tired thoughts, beliefs, and habits through the transformation power of sleep. That's it.
In other words, take a nap, Mousy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right. So what have I got? I've got something similar, actually, to both of these lovely people. I see that changes are coming for you.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really look, she's got some tears, but I think she's saying it's about time I change this particular thing. And they said, they're saying, be brave with it, whatever it is, you can handle it.
Is
And
that the
that
new deck? Is that the new deck that
Yeah.
Sherry got too? Okay.
Yes,
I
it's
just wanna know.
it's called the personal predictions.
Yeah, I want that.
I think
Okay,
I
sorry.
ordered that.
Oh, did you? And it says here, healing recovery will come. So yeah, and you wrote in there, I saw you write in there that you think it was physically, and I think so too. I think that's very true. So yep. Yeah, the deck is really nice. And then this is the other one I got, guys. I got this one too, which is her signature deck. That I used that earlier too. Yeah. All right. Your brain is an off switch. All right. All right. You
I wish
plan
mine
to.
was.
Yep. There you go.
Yours isn't, Allie, is it? Your brain never shuts off. It goes all the time. I know Jeff's brain never stops.
Yeah.
Mine
Jeff
doesn't
is.
stop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your brain don't stop.
I start thinking of things. My best time is after about 10 o'clock at night, to be quite honest. Yeah. But then I can't get up in the morning. So that's not so hot. All right. So Black Bell is wondering, I feel good things are coming my way. Finally, after so many years of struggle, I feel more money security for me. And can I get some insight on that? All right, Black Bell. Thank you. Thank you for waiting. So I'm guessing Marby is still here. I know that Play is still here. I'm going to go back and look. All right. And Jeff Thompson, we just love that you're here. You don't have to send any money. We understand. I just want you to know that. Yeah. You're very kind. All right. Okay, Shringar, there's going to be a little bit of a time because we have a lot of people in front of you. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think your hunch is correct, Black Bell. I think there's an offer coming in, but I also think that there needs to be some action on your part because this is about negotiation or something that doesn't agree with you. When it would be upright, you can navigate through the situation. And I kind of feel like what they were showing me was they showed me a rose and you getting pricked by the thorns on that, and that every rose has its thorns, sung by poison.
Yeah.
Ace of Cups, I also got this sensation with you that for too long you've had to subdue a certain impulse because it wasn't either lucrative or because you were told that it was. I don't know if you're a psychic dreamer or you're very maternal, if you're like a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, but I just kind of feel like there's something here that is been going unfulfilled for a while, but the way to navigate it, you kind of feel a little bit cheated. Yeah, in the past, there's been a lot of hope about it. I think there may have been a scenario where you studied something or you want to study something, but you're not really sure what it is. I also think that there could have been like someone tried to call you out for something, but it wasn't your fault. And then you internalized it. And then you got stuck in something that was like a contract or something that was binding, or jumped into something too quickly that you didn't. But what's coming, Five of Wands, there are a lot of different ways to get to that place, but you're not really sure what the struggle's worth anymore. And then Five of Swords reversed. So it's a real commitment to doubling down. You need to be really careful that you don't like double down on something just to prove a point. Ace of Swords, yeah. You're gonna have that aha moment, and then the outcome. You lay the burden down soon, but you're going to feel a little bit until you decide in what direction you want to head and make the decision that you will be burdened.
All right.
Mhm.
Amazing. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm getting the sense, Black Bell, you're very psychic. Very
Yeah.
psychic.
Wow.
Hi, Black Bell. I have the 8 of Cups for you. This is what your current situation is. You're dissatisfied and disappointed, and you want to move on.
Mhm.
And then, what's getting in the way of your problem is your plan needs to be more detailed so that you can see destination.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I know our styles of reading are like totally different, but we keep coming up with the same answer.
We do.
So.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're on the West Coast, he's on the East Coast, and I'm in the Central. Isn't that weird?
It is. Yeah. We're a pyramid.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And moving forward, you have to be careful on the progress that you choose. Don't make a quick decision, but don't delay it to the point that you miss an opportunity either.
Mm-hmm.
That's very
right up
reverse too.
Mm-hmm.
We
Wow.
both got that. Mm-hmm.
Yo, you did too. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
And so it could be harmful. If you go too fast, it'll be harmful. If you don't go too slow, it'll be harmful. But you got to follow your instincts. Your instincts will never steer you wrong, even though if you sometimes you go, "Oh, are you sure?" Well, that's why God gave us them.
Yeah. True that.
Yeah. And then how do animals survive? Their instincts, their sense. How's
right.
it developing? The Page of Pentacles is developing for you. That means you got new messages of finance, work. It's coming. You already knew it was coming. You felt it coming. Well, it's coming. I'm trying to find work in the same time. Psychic gifts to help others. Yeah. Everything you give out comes back threefold.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And commit yourself to a plan. You're at the stage 3 wands. You got actions coming, but you're looking forward. You're on the right path.
Yep.
I think you are. Emotionally and spiritually, you're on the right path, and now you just got to trust and believe in yourself, like I did when Allie made me do this.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Silly girl. Silly girl.
You're getting behind the scenes information that I wasn't getting. So.
All right. So I really believe that these two have really nailed this. And the first thing I got was you need to focus and be mindful. So what does that mean? If that's what you want, then you do your affirmations and you focus that this is already happening to you. And both Jeff and I work full time and do our psychic gifts. So there's a place for you. And Denise, works in a store doing psychic readings and does some other work part-time. So you will find it, but you need to focus on that thing. I'm guessing that you've just been going through this anxious time and you're feeling very, this struggle is bothering you. So they want you to cleanse your mind, your body, and your home. Smudge it, put up some affirmations, start thinking positive, and that you already have exactly what you need to do the things you want and everything you want to do the things you need. Always affirmations. But I get the same thing. You may feel it's going way too slow. I got the turtle. And it's not Mitch McConnell in this case, but it might be slow moving, but you'll get there because the turtle always wins the race. Always. Yeah. Yeah. Because the bunny
Mitch
gets too
psychic. He's a Pisces.
Yes. Yes.
It's slow and steady.
Yeah. Slow and steady
That-
wins the race. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Black Bell. Thank you. Hello, Suki Lal. Is that how you say it? Suki Lal?
Mhm.
Oh, and Miss Tarot D.
Miss
is
Carol D,
here.
hi.
Oh my God. Yes. How fabulous
I'm
is
having a
that?
wonderful evening now, Miss Tarot D, that you're here. I
Yes,
was
we're
before, but even greater now.
right. Oh, I'm sorry. It isn't you yet. Apologies. Marby's next, and then it's you play. Sorry. All right. Marby's next. Marby. After that, I have play. Then I have Kathy Persons, and I have TW. Would those people tell me they're here? And so we can be ready. Oh, I did pronounce it right. All right, good. Oh,
Yay.
no. That's awful, Mousy. I'm so sorry. You were so looking forward to that greenhouse. Oh. I understand I got 20 projects that somebody told me that they would do. This is how many have been done. Oh, you were at the birthday party in DC having cake and watching the clowns. That's
Aw.
great. It's
That's
Tarot
awesome.
D. Yeah,
Did
that's
it rain on you, Tarot
oh,
D? Did you get rained on while you were at the birthday party?
just
Can you tell-
joking. She says,
Yeah, I
just
know.
joking. Yeah, I know.
I know.
She wouldn't want to mess up her hair, you know.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh,
Everything. Thank you.
you can
Marby,
make
I'm
it.
going to go first. I had this sensation at the beginning that you kind of feel like they were showing me like a movie screen or a screen, and the screen represented like a mosaic, your life, where you kind of feel like an opportunity passed you by and you didn't jump at it in time, and it kind of gives you anxiety. Or it could have been something that was traumatic where it was like in a split second your whole life changed. And I'm getting some kind of affirmation on that to some degree, because this Three of Pentacles is the energy you're sitting in now, where there's some deliberative action with somebody or something to change that. And then the Four of Wands means foundationally reversed. You're trying to make it happen. But with the Seven of Cups coming in, what I feel like is that you've tricked yourself into maybe either this idea that it has to be this or that. It can't be one of five things because you feel like time's running out. And that's just not true. Also, the Six of Swords reversed. I don't know. That can also oftentimes be weather related, a flood, something came in really fast and changed your life, and somebody either passed away quickly. It could be a bad diagnosis. But with Judgment on top, subconsciously, you're still feeling like your time passed you by. Okay. I don't want you to think that. Knight of Swords reversed. That's the type of ideology you don't want to subscribe to, because it's making you have more anxiety about something. And it's funny because even before I'm pulling the cards and I'm getting a chill on this, I'm feeling like this is right, even if it's not. Two of Pentacles reversed. This idea that, you know, I can have this equity, or there may have been something that you put in a lot of time to and it didn't reap the benefit you thought it would. And you were hoodwinked, but it's not always going to be that way. King of Pentacles reversed. I feel like you might have invested in somebody or something that let you down. Ace of Pentacles, something new that should be coming in for you. But they're telling me to slow down. They're telling me you need to slow down and not be so anxious about it, because the more negative energy you feed in it, Knight of Wands reverse. That could be like a Lothario or somebody that misled you. So you got to put it in the past. That's what I got for you.
All right, Jeff. Thank you so much. I want to say hi to Mama Sushi. And Jeff, you have a short message here from Suki Lal. I wanted to say you were right. I did have to move, and that's why I haven't been here so long.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Go ahead, Denise. Your turn here.
Okay. Marby, I got the Eight of Swords reversed. This is your current situation is you're letting go of some damaged past. You're letting go of negative thinking. If you haven't, it's telling you you need to.
Yep.
And then you got the problem crossing it, or there's something getting in your way, is the Three of Wands. And he was upright. So you got to commit to a plan. And if you want to see, he's wanting to get across the bay or the ocean, and he's dreaming and he's watching those boats, but there was always a plan to get there. There's always, you got to have a plan to get across the street. You just can't go in front of cars. They'll run you over. And then you got the Seven of Swords reversed. This is moving forward. You're getting caught not making decisions. It's like you're supposed to make a decision, and then someone says, "Oh, what did you think about that?" And then you've got to either say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't have time," or you're working on deception. It's the Seven of Swords reversed. So heavy card. Then this makes it even worse. You got the Devil next to it. How it's developing. Temptation. Let me see. Swords, you got messy. The Devil sitting between the Three of Pentacles, which is secrets in the background, people communicating, talking, doing stuff. Someone, okay, it's not you, it's someone that you know is trying to deceive you. That's what I come up with, because they got the seven of Swords reversed, which is mental and verbal and all that kind of good stuff. And then you ended up with someone's trying to trap you with bondage, and it's not the fun kind either. And then you'll end up with insufficient support in the end. So you got a rough time coming, or you just got to be aware now that you know. You got to make a concrete plan. You can't buffalo.
I heard tighten the belt. I heard just tighten the belt from what you're reading.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Denise.
You're welcome. I just feel bad. I wish I could have gave her rainbows.
I know it's awful to have. Yeah, I understand. I think I have some fairly good news here, a little bit anyway. So what I just wanted to say was that we have about 13 people that are waiting. So we're already at an hour and a half. We'll continue to read the ones we have, but we just can't take any new ones at this point, as long as that's all right with you two.
Yeah, I'm fine. I got no place to be.
All right, that's fine. I do have to eat dinner sometime tonight. So
here's mine.
Is it cracker? Cracker? Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's chili with tortilla chips and cheese.
Okay. Well, that's good. So, Marby, I see that you've got something that you're going to be giving birth to, and I know it's not a kid, but it's maybe a new idea. You're getting a new start, and you're at the beginning of something, and it might be that the others were reading some of the energy of what you've gone through, but if not, it's still a good thing. This is whatever it is you have to go through, it's going to bring you to a new start. However, they're wanting you to make sure that if there's something that you know about, that it's wise to keep it a secret and keep it to yourself initially, at least, because you don't know who you can trust with that secret. And sometimes you end up burning, and you need to also know more about that secret. You need to get more information so that you can make the choice and you can do what you need to do. The last card I get is social connection. And, I know you are here all the time doing a social connection with us. So my feeling is that we are your support system. I'm sure you probably have, people in your life that are too, but it's just reminding you how important you are in this community and how much we appreciate you as well. So thank you so very much. All right.
You're okay, Katie.
All right. The next one we have here is Play, Love, Remember. And would you tell me what my dear old childhood friend, and it's Satch, S-A-T-C-H, would like me to know? Or now, Satch's guide now. Okay. All right.
Okay, you gotta go. I know.
Who you got with you? Trooper?
Kitty,
Yeah.
kitty. Oh, Trevor.
Cooper is in the room. He's sleeping.
Huh? Okay.
Okay, so what I heard was
Oh.
yeah, so did you have anyone around you that had some sort of and I don't know if it's did Sash have any type of mental disorder? Or did Sash die of something that was very painful for both of you, either in a war or in a situation that was unforeseen? Because what they're telling me is that you're reliving this over and over again. And the cards kind of say that to me because I got camouflage knighting to gun. And I'm also getting like a fallen angel where I feel like, the situation that either you're in right now or Satch was in made it impossible to control a lot of things. And I feel like someone was pulling the strings that shouldn't have been. And if they are right now still, Satch wants you to know that that's not going to go on forever. But it's kind of out of your control. But Satch is telling me that you can't play by the same rules that Satch played by and expect that everything's going to work out. You need to change the course of how you're reacting to it, because Satch is telling me that the reason that Satch is such an inspiration to you is because both of you are connected through what you've learned in the time that Satch has been away from you. That's what I'm hearing.
Okay. Awesome.
Huh. Why do I always look so freaking surprised when I come?
Star of the day, who will it be?
I should stop living in my own head. That's what your current situation is, a diminished anxiety. And after listening to Jeff, my cards explained the whole story to me. It's you're not releasing frightening thoughts. And whatever this is, you need to release it because it doesn't help you or Sash or anybody else. And problematically, you ended up with the Queen of Wands reverse. Problems with self-esteem. You got to get rid of the objective of the negative thinking, because it's going to affect your self-esteem, so that when you need to, because when you can't celebrate. It's forcing you to live in darkness, and he doesn't want you to. One of my guides, darling, is a childhood friend and my daughter. And my daughter would kick my ass if I sat around here and lived in darkness. We can't live in darkness because it's not good for anybody. And so you got the world. And that's how it's developing. Sash is telling you you've got the world, but you got to stop the previous activities. Get out of your self, your inner thoughts and process. You need to get out so that you can meet the Queen of Cups if you haven't already. And your emotional intuitiveness will develop once you will get the darkness out and you put more light in your life. This is what happened to most of us many years ago. We became psychics and readers because we went through this. We were in that dark, deep hole, but we didn't like it and we knew we had to come out. And I'm telling you, please come out. Play. Please come out.
Yeah.
And join us. Come play with us.
Love it.
Okay.
Thank you, Denise. All right.
You're welcome.
So Play, I have that he wants you to expect miracles. He's like, and I'm getting that from the other readings that the others have said as well. In other words, and I think you do. From what I know of you, I think you really do. But there's more coming. You just got to believe that more are coming. He says you're weighing yourself down with something that happened that was a consequence of a bad choice. Well, get over it, he says. Move on. It's all okay. He says, don't avoid people or just don't keep to yourself so much. Get out there. And I think that's what Denise pretty much just said. And then I get flow. Just go with it. So I think he's your advocate. I think he's your, he kicks you in the ass and tells you to move. And so, but he loves you. So how about that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Blake. All right. So let me see. We've got Kathy Persons next, then TW. Then we have Brenna and D. Anomi. If you're still here, I got you that you're here, TW. Brenna and D. Anomi. And then Jackie Coons. Let us know you're here, please. All right.
I'm gonna summer to fall.
Thanks, Brenna.
Kathy, are you? Well, let me see. There's something close to an ending here, and I heard the word safari. I heard the word zoo. I don't know if you're going anywhere soon, but if you're a zoologist or whatever, but I got the Nine of Swords for you upright, and then I got the Nine of Cups. It feels to me as if there's like an ending coming soon for you. And I don't know. Sorry about that. I don't know what this is about, but there's something that is tied to that one thing. You like sit up at night and there's like a fleeting satisfaction you have. Like you go to bed at night, you're like, no, this isn't doing it for me anymore. Because this is about, obsession energy, or it can be about sleeplessness or whatever. And then the Nine of Cups is like that one thing that's unfulfilled, or that one thing that you could have done right. I don't know if there's obsessive compulsive disorder around you, but kind of taking a step back and really thinking about what it is that you were in a position to do and feel like, you can't do anymore. And a harsh judgment. You really need what I feel is coming up is, because maybe it was metaphorical, a battle. And I mean a battle in what they're showing me is like, they're showing me a mirror, and they're showing me like with you cussing cussing yourself out. And it needs to stop, because you need to give into that energy of being a little more lithe, and just letting it flow a little bit more, because they're telling me that it's that secret that recently came out that you're obsessing about, or whatever it is you're doing to yourself. It needs to stop soon, because you're going to find yourself in a scenario where you're going to burn yourself out. That's what I think is going on. And you are tired. You're very tired. That's what I'm getting. 10 of Swords. Yeah. You're like, you need a chakra cleanse. So you need to take care of yourself this summer, like badly. Queen of Cups. Yeah, that's the hope and fear. What I'm also getting is the Death card reverse. There's some chronic illness around you, and there's somebody with a chronic problem that's bringing you down. You need retreat, is what I'm hearing. So what I'm getting for you is you might have some issues in front of you right now. You need to take time for yourself. And I can't see it happening without you putting your foot down. So it's not about the passive energy of that question. It's about you putting your foot down.
Wow. I thought you were reading for me, Jeff, honestly. I'll take from that. Yeah, I'll take from that. Thank you. Hi, Celtic Seer. All right.
Oh.
Hi, Delia.
Okay, I gotta pull some cards.
Oh, do you want me to go first? Do you need to take time?
Yeah, could you?
Okay, I surely can.
I got distracted.
No worries. So I get here love and connection, and I'm feeling self-love is needed. And that's kind of what Jeff said. Take time for yourself and get away and take care of yourself. The second thing I get is that you're going to be changing direction in some way, and it's coming, and there's really nothing you can do about it, or I think it will be a good thing, because right now you've been staying the status quo, and staying status quo is good in some ways, but then you don't move forward. And so you're going to change direction and move out of that state. And look at this. I got big news. Big news is coming. Look at the horn on there. Look at that.
I love that.
Some good, good big news is coming for you.
I'm having a Gerald moment.
Are you?
Buy with caution. Oh my golly! Oh my God! I want to blow my check on this deck like now. And if it's the same deck Sherry got, I want that. And then if it's not, I want that too. Yeah.
Alan, this has nothing to do with this reading, but it does have to do about the cards. When you received those from Australia, did you have to pay tariff?
No. Oh no. And she actually I ordered one, and then I ordered the other one, and I thought she just put them together, but she didn't. But that was fine. But I got them fairly quickly from Australia, because she sends them like Zoom mail.
Yeah, she's fast.
Yeah.
I know mine's coming. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Good for you. Yeah. These are stale. You girls.
I was just thinking about tarot cards are like drugs. It's very addictive.
Yeah, they are addictive. Yeah. I don't have
Kathy, what I have for you for your current situation is your resistance to change, and you're in I want to say tizzy. For some reason, my guide says tizzy, that you're in a tizzy about moving forward. You just don't want to do it. And that's okay if you don't want to ever get ahead, or,
the way you phrased it at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I believe that everybody has choices. I can choose, right? I'll just. So then I'm sorry. Then you got justice reversed. It's just like, okay, if you don't, justice is going to get you. but it's still your choice to have no accountability if that's what you want. But that's the past. That's what you're wanting to get away from. Now you're going to move forward. You got the Knight of Swords, and the ideas are going to be fast and furious. And I get that something very quick is coming. You better be ready because because then you got the Hangman. Reading these together, it just makes more sense when I do. You got the Hangman next to it, so you're getting a different perspective. So the Knight of Swords is like persuasive, quick thinking, moving. You need to make a sacrifice. I don't know what's going on here. And then you got the Queen of Cups. Is there a woman in your life that, unless it's you, are you intuitive? Did she say? Kathy Pearson? Yeah, so you are ready to move on to the next step.
Yeah. Yep.
So I don't know what your intuition on here. See, because I was the Six of Swords reversed. And I jokingly kid Allie about dragging me in because she was dragging me in. And it
Mm-hmm.
took me a while. I was reversed. So I'm actually reading my own cards, Kathy. So the Queen of Cups. So I'm the Queen of Cups in your reading. So you can do it. You need to pursue it.
I'm
Even
hearing she
though
needs to put her foot down about something. I don't know what this is about, but
And just remember, Kathy, you take what you get out of this. We aren't bullies.
you think it's the Knight of Swords, maybe then, Jeffrey, that she's getting a bold idea, attacks a problem. You're gonna be able to attack a problem that he's talking about that you haven't
Awesome.
spoke about.
Oh,
That's my ending.
all right. Yes, she is, she says. All right.
There you go.
Thank
That's
you,
why-
Kathy. Yeah.
That's why Jeff and I need to continue reading together.
Okay.
We complete
There has to be a reason.
Huh?
Yeah. If there
We
has
have
to
a-
be a reason. But
Well,
yes,
no,
I
but
get you 100%. Jeff
we
is,
complete.
yeah, he's just really,
Yeah.
he can see things I'm amazed
I
by.
don't.
Anyway,
And I'm like going, wow, where'd that come?
As Miss Cleo used to say, the cards don't lie. Was that she that said that?
how about Sis Boomba? Sis Boomba, the sound that a sheep makes before it explodes.
It's Johnny Carson.
Yes, that's one of my favorites. Oh God. All right. Is TW going to reunite with an ex who they haven't spoken to for a year? All right.
That's a pendulum for me.
Dee and Nomi, if you're still here, let us know. I didn't see any response from you. Next is Brenna. I did see a response from you. Jackie Coons and Carol Berner, if you're still here, and Francis Diaz.
TW, one of you is trying to find themselves, and one of you is trying to do that before you even consider reuniting, and or I'm hearing you need to. But let me see what the cards say first. Yeah, okay, so so at the time I kind of feel like something was pulling you apart that was not of your own choosing, but somebody might have been in a position where now they really know what they want where they didn't before, because that's what I'm getting from this energy. 3 of Wands. I feel like you've been talking about it, you've been hashing it out, but you're not entirely certain it might be the answer for you. In the past, yeah, you were weighing the option. There's almost like some sort of cosmic connection here where it's almost like it wouldn't be about the other person. It's about trying to resolve an issue from a past life. and there is a healing involved with this other person. I kind of feel like there is some cosmic connection here that and you might be. Two of Cups, you're sitting in this hopeful Venus in Cancer energy, or Venus in Aries energy, I think. Is it Venus and Aries? I think it might be Venus and Aries. And then the way others see you, I feel like you've been too rooted in your ideas about, or they've been too rooted in their ideas about what they want in a relationship, or too strict. What you need to be worried about, though, is, wow, this devil. Did Deb Sakow try to make the face like Marilyn Manson? Because that looks like Antichrist superstar
It
energy.
does.
Yeah.
It really does. Yeah.
The fear is that it's not going to go right, that hesitancy, but that's part of that cosmic connection. There might be some problem here that one of you had with addiction or something that carries you apart. And then the Four of Wands, if I had to answer this question based on this, there's some sort of soul searching that needs to happen before this can happen, because there is a cosmic connection. I feel like you've done this in another life with them.
Yeah.
And you may do it again unless you clear the energy of what this
clear
is.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Miss Denise.
We're going to talk to Gallic.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to put my camera down.
All right.
So that way. Otherwise, I have to hold my arm up too high.
Yeah, that's not comfortable.
No. Gallic, are you here with us today? He's saying yes. Okay, Gallic, do you feel like answering questions for us? Yes. TW would like to know if he I don't know if it's he, she, will reunite with her ex, his ex, who I haven't spoken to in a year. It's kind of hard when we don't know.
Yeah.
You let me know if I will reunite with my ex. Okay, Gellick, will this person reunite with their ex? He's swinging, yes, big time.
Woo-hoo. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really, yes, you are,
Mhm.
big time. So that's,
Yeah.
You want more detail? You have to ask another question.
Thanks, Gellick.
Thank you, Gellick.
All right, so I'm going to give you a little ABBA. Roll the dice and take a chance. If you change your mind, be first in line. It's been very confusing and unorganized in his or her or your way of thinking. And so there's something that needs to be sorted out in your mind. I think that's where Jeff was going with this. So, because you had too much drama and chaos and turmoil, and you don't want to step back into that again. Nobody does. All right. So in order for you to get back together, or if you want to reach out, it's going to be important for you to, try to find maybe a neutral place or have a neutral discussion before you do. And it looks like you're pretty fatigued about this. You're running on empty. I get the feeling that your relationship was very turmoil, had a lot of turmoil, and at the end there was some maybe some resentment on both of your parts. I'm not sure. So ultimately, I believe it's up to you, but you just need to take a chance. And if you decide, you could reach out and take a chance with that. So, thank you so very much. All right. So they're taking a break, apparently. And so we have been here almost 2 hours, and we're just having a good time. We appreciate you. Let me tell you, everybody, where they are in line while we're waiting. I don't think Dee is here. Jackie Coons, I saw you were here. Carol Berner, Francis Diaz, Honey Bee Win 25, Red Dragon, Shingar Bansal, and SR Kish. All right, that's who we have, and that's where we are. And so thank you very much, everybody. Yes. Oh, Maureen, you saw a cardinal today. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I know. It's kind of a day, I guess. So, Britta, you want to
Okay.
read summer months? All right. Let's see what we can figure out for you, dear.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and pull some cards that Denise can, and by then maybe Jeff will be here. All right. Ooh.
This time the dog really did want to go outside.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah.
yeah, pretty soon she'll bark because she can't get up the steps by herself.
Oh, that's my caramel. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Divine Empathic. It's good to see you. We do have our questions closed because we've been here almost 2 hours. If it's just a confirmation on something, go ahead and put it in if we have time at the end, but there are a lot of people ahead of you. So, yeah. All right. So, Brenna, it says here you have a soulmate connection coming up. Now, remember, soulmates don't have to be love mates. They can be friends. They can be animals even. So something coming up with a connection with a person or an animal or something that is a simpatico to you. And that's a nice thing. And it says with that success comes and you'll charge ahead in what you're doing. So that's really wonderful. And here I pulled it again, roll the dice and take a chance. It sounds to me like you may have the opportunity to just enjoy the summer with somebody, whether they're new or not new in your life, and that you will have fun. I know. Isn't that great? Thank you. All right.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Is it Brina?
Brina 41. Yeah.
Yeah, Brina 41. What I have is that a creative block. I have reading for summer months. Thanks. Do you have plans for artwork or something, or creative block is what it's showing? That could be the soul thing. You might end up finding your passion.
True.
But in the second position, problematic, what gets in the way for this is someone's challenge you, or you're challenging yourself for this, but you need to pursue, because now you got the 6 of Wands right afterwards, which is good because now you're moving forward. You're well deserved. You're going to get recognition for this. And then you ended up with the 9 of Cups is how it's developing. So you've got it. You put whatever this project, whether it's artist work, whether it's design and science, it doesn't matter. Any of it that would fall in that category is it'll bring you great happiness because it's a satisfaction of your heart and soul. And you'll end up with the Chariot because now you're going to be have control. You can control the horses in the direction of your life. And that's it.
All right.
I'm getting something very, very similar to that. And one of the first messages I heard was that there's a difference between, and I say this all the time, surviving and subsisting. And I kind of feel like the energy that you've been given in your life has been like that, where you were told to kind of settle for stuff, and or somehow you tricked yourself into believing that, and that led you to believe that you were done. Okay. You're no longer under that delusion. In the past, I kind of feel like maybe it was a choice between survival and, as I said, in subsisting. And unfortunately, right now, you might be in a place where you're better off financially, but unfortunately, something in the past told you that, you weren't good enough to do something that you wanted to do. And I kind of feel like there, as Denise said, there's this sort of either project that's coming to fruition, but one of the big concerns for me is that your family wasn't supportive enough when they should have been. And it made you feel like you were an imp, or your ideas were not lucrative or couldn't be lucrative. I am getting art energy again with that. And you're sitting in this plan that needs to bud. I'm hearing the word bud. It might be plants. It might be something like that. King of Swords, maybe your father told you no. And then Two of Swords. I'm also hearing that you've really committed to this. You're no longer in the stage where you're denying your gift. You're embracing it. But what I am getting is that Emperor energy again. I don't know if it's you or a father figure or somebody, a former boss, but the Seven of Swords, do not let them take from you what you already have to get this done and reclaim what was yours. That's what I got.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah.
All right. A couple of you are, I just want you to know that I can see Fatima's posting in Jeff's chat. I don't know why no one else can.
Yeah, I was thinking that before about the blessings thing. Fatima, I don't know why I didn't see it, but I see your post on my end too. So
yeah.
And yeah, Brynna, I hope that resonated.
Yeah. Thank you. 999, I am the person that's originated the streaming, yes. And the other two are simulcasting. Is that what you're asking? I'm just trying to follow up on these questions. All right. Yes, thanks, Brynna. Thanks, Jeff, she says. Awesome. Awesome sauce. All right. So we have Jackie Coons. Next, Carol, thank you for letting me know you're here. Francis Diaz, Honeybee Bione, 24, Kim, and then Shingar and SR. Please let me know you're here. That would be awesome. Thank you.
Huh.
Her neighbor is not well. Can you tell me how to help? All right. Jackie, you're awfully good to your neighbors if you're trying to work on
So
that.
I heard this really, really stupid thing, chicken soup for the soul. I think it might have been a book. It either tells me they're not a good cook, or it's telling me that the little trifle things that you guys share mean more to her than you realize. But let me look at what the cards say here.
Yeah. I agree with Jeff immediately. Yeah.
That's the first thing that came to my mind was make her some food. Make the neighbor some food because
does she have periods where she fades in and out mentally? You need to remind her of the good things and the good times. And the key here, get her out in the sunlight. Get her outside is what I'm hearing for some reason. I'm also hearing that the reserve of the loyalty, I got the loyalty, which is the ring, the loyalty to those memories that you have. I don't know what you've cultivated with her, but there's something to draw on that helps with the protection in political. This would be Russia maybe, but there's something here that you have with her that you and I don't know if like they've been a long-term friend over the course of a lifetime, or you've lived in this place and when you first moved in she became friendly with you, but there's something here that resonates for me as far as mentorship or something like that. You need to remind her of the better days where you connected, because I feel like in the midst of all of this chaos about her health, that got lost. That's what I'll leave it with.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to jump in, Denise. Mine's going to be real quick. I have here that it's been a challenge because she's in a difficult situation, whether it's a he or she, I don't know. But if you meditate and go within, you will intuitively know exactly what to do. And actually just being there, in spending time, making a cup of tea, whatever it is, that goes a long way. There's some kind of an announcement or a message that this person will either give you or you will get from your guides or your angels that will be helpful. But I got the same thing Jeff did. Does she go out, or he or she go out and disassociate sometimes? They feel, or they might feel overwhelmed by what they're going through. And so honestly, just your being there makes a world of difference for your neighbor. And there's a lot to be said for that. Yeah, absolutely. All right. There you go, Denise.
Okay. Jackie, I picked up that the woman has got dementia. I don't know because
Yep.
there's a lady in my town and she's got dementia, and so every time she sees me, she tells me the same dirty joke. And she
Yes.
always asks if she could tell
Yeah.
me, do you mind if I tell you a dirty joke? She didn't even know what was going on today. She wasn't aware of Trump being in office or nothing. She didn't know
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
But she always remembers the same dirty joke, and she tells it exactly. And that's what I envisioned when they were talking about your neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did is I pulled the oracle for you because it's the keeper of the sanctuary is what came up. And what I did is I pulled a card, and that's the card that popped out for this. It's thoughts happen like birds on a tree limb. They arrive unbidden, and often unpremeditated. The thoughts we pay attention to have the power to shape the world of our personal experience. Are you paying attention to the ones that fill you with expansion, hope, and possibility, or the ones that make you feel diminished, small, and powerless? You cannot always control your circumstances, but you can certainly influence what and how you think about them and what you give your attention to. You live most of your life inside your mind. Make sure it's a beautiful place to live. Will it be sanctuary or hovel? The choice is yours. So I think you could, is your neighbor very ill, friend? She's to go, and she's.
I'm thinking that she means she doesn't want to go anywhere. I'm not sure if that's right. And then you're asking, is that your mother? And she was asking whether or not she had a
Neighbor.
past life with this person. And it could have been your mother in a past life, I think.
Yeah.
I do. Because
Oh,
we come back and be with people we've been with before. Can you answer that other question though, Jackie, for Denise? Is she, does she have dementia? Is that what you were asking? No, I don't even remember. Yeah. Does she have dementia? Yeah. Yeah. And it may be that it's not diagnosed dementia, but if you're an older person, you have foggy thinking, like Denise and I, we just forget shit, right in the middle of what we're talking about.
During the conversation.
Yeah. No, I'm not trying to. Yeah.
But like this woman, here I'm out doing this protest, and I took the time for her because in the moral of the story, Jackie, is even though this woman had told me the exact same story before and everything, I listened to her and her son. I think it was her son who sat in the pickup truck. He probably takes his mother around town and drop, so she can be social. And that's what popped in very ill. And a lot of times they don't want to go anyplace. Sometimes just watching TV. When I was sick and recovering and all those surgeries and shit, my friend Nancy and I, we sat and watched TV and ate and binge watch and smoked pot. I mean, we just
sounds like a party.
Yeah, well, that's what my life is like now. Hell, I sacrificed my life. I'm telling you, I deserve every cigarette, every tea, every rock.
You think your mother does? Pat is physically ill. Physically ill. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, again, I don't think we can stress enough that you are like chicken soup for her, and that you bring her, you make her feel loved and cared for. So there really isn't anything that you could do that would be wrong. Just being
Right.
with her enough. Yeah. Yep. Thank you
Just
very much. Yep. Wow. All right. So we've
oh,
got Carol Berner. I'm just going to say these names again. I don't think Francis Diaz is here. I don't think Honey Brown 24 is here. So if they aren't here, it would next be Kim, then Shringar, then SR Kish. And Shringar, if you just let us know you're here, that would be helpful. Thank you. All right. Yes, you are a wonderful neighbor, dear. Yep.
yeah. That was like my neighbors. He's the one that got me the crown.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, neighbors can be a godsend, really.
Hello.
Mine were we had a blackout. Mine gave me a thing
Yeah.
to get my electricity back,
What is
right,
it
to
called?
borrow it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome that they did that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well,
I ended up giving them some candy, and they were really happy they did that.
happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
So
when
let's
my
get.
neighbors leave for Florida, they always give me their groceries.
Oh, well, there you go. That's a
Okay.
good idea. Yeah, they
Yeah.
can't take them with them, and yeah.
Oh.
All right.
I heard the word spec, SPECK, with this, and then I did my little poetry prayer bit in my head, and I'm feeling like this might be something that could evolve into something down the line, but I'm just drawing the cards on this. I feel like the doctors are really worried about something. But I got this for you, the Two of Cups. This is for entertainment purposes only. I don't want you to, if I don't feel like you're a smoker, and I don't feel like you ever smoke, but for some reason I'm hearing with this that there could be something in the environment or something that might have done this to you.
Could be secondhand.
Yeah, something like that. 10 of Pentacles, like your family. And then Queen of Swords reversed. This is either, justice, or something came in pretty quickly that made you very sick. And they don't know what it is. The subconscious energy is the High Priestess, which means they want to be doubly certain. I kind of feel like they're covering all their bases with this, but I got the Sun with this. So either way, up or down, I wouldn't worry about it. And then I got King of Pentacles, and I got the Nine of Swords. The outward, and you're letting everyone know how fearful you are of it, and of course, justifiably so. But I get Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfilled. That's the hope and the fear. I mean, you're in a good spot with that card. And then I got Fool, jocularity and being happy. So I don't feel like you're smoking. If you ever were a smoker, I don't know. But
She was an ex-smoker. She says she was an ex-smoker.
Okay.
Yeah. So Carol, I have had secondhand smoke from my parents. I sat between them as they smoked, and I have smoker's eyes and have never touched cigarettes. So they see a pattern. There's something that they see there. And it could be that this is a catch, if you know what I mean. It's like, we caught this, we can take care of this. That's what I'm getting. But if you wait, or you waited, you would have been on thin ice. So I really like the fact that you went and were proactive in what you were doing. They're just saying, don't be tempted to, certainly not go back to smoking, and I don't think you will, but they said, don't be tempted to make sure that you take care of yourself. Don't be tempted to say, oh, it'll be all right, and we'll walk away from it. Make sure that you make the decision, if there is one that has to be made, that you will be proactive in whatever you need to do in order to alleviate any problems with it. So,
Kelly. Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
Okay. I got the 6 of Wands, and success will block. If you did you say there is a spot, or you want to know if there's
I heard spec, like kind of what
spec.
Allie said. I think in the
Yeah.
beginning of her reading, like they caught something. Yeah.
okay. So I have success to start with of the Six of Wands reverse because you got the test done right away.
Mhm.
And then I ended up with the Three of Swords reverse, which is the problematic is emotional recovery. This is a big shock or big news because I just went through a lung test too, but mine come out. I had some spots, but nothing to. My doctor told me they're nothing. It was just because I'm old. It just.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
I go and you're fat. So I'm 8 months pregnant. It's like, well, we're even.
Oh,
So
you're silly.
I do. My doctors just they don't give me a hard time. They love me,
Oh,
and
good.
so yeah, they do. Moving forward, you'll have very supportive alliances. I think you're going to have really good medical care, family support, which is very cool. That's very important. That helped me recover much faster by having the support I had.
Sure.
And then you're going to get good news. It's coming. So how it's developing is your news is it's Page of Sword. You're learning. It's going to be a big relief off of your mind. That's what I hear. It's just going to be like, whew, that was great news. And then you'll have the Six of Cups is your outcome.
Mhm.
So you have the Six of Cups. So right now is a little scary. You're up in the air, but it's all gonna be good.
Okay.
That's how I see it and feel it and read it.
Carol, we got your back, girl.
Mhm.
We're sending you lots of love and most beneficial outcome. And
Yeah.
certainly let us know how things go.
Okay.
All right. So we have Miss Kim here, Red Dragon. You're welcome, Carol. All right.
Anyways, higher self.
Hold on. Let me see.
Shringar, are you here?
I'm hearing embrace your inner bitch. But let me see what the cards say here.
All right.
Allie, he's reading for us again.
Yeah. He's been around us too long, the poor guy.
All right. So no. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if you had anyone around you that self-sabotages, but this is the deck of character that Allie has. I got the gun, but when the dust settles, they're telling me that you need to chill out more, and you also need to accept that in your uninhibited way, and this isn't going out and getting drunk, I'm taking it metaphorically. you can be in a position where you don't have to feel like that inner child is some sort of demon. I'm feeling like that childish impulse to want to say something is actually something that you're mistaking for something bad when you keep your mouth shut, because I get gift and I get to gun. It's like I'm feeling for some reason the gun is your mouth and you're not, and it's like in here and you're not being allowed to say something, so you hide. I'm hearing you need to embrace your inner bitch, because I feel like you've gone through enough to where you have the wisdom, you possess it. You need to share it. That's what I got for you.
All right. There you go.
I'm ready. I am ready. I have a really good one. I pulled an oracle for you because that's what my guy tells me, and I always do what men tell me.
Oh. Except that one in the White House.
And if you believe that, hard to tell you. Okay, keeper of the you wanted a message from your higher self. Keeper of the stars. Stars carry hope and light. Do you have the energy to continue to wish? The tree keepers have a favorite saying, always keep a star in your heart. It's because hope light keeps you young. I always say that. It connects you to the heart of the child where all magic resides. But in our disappointments and disillusions, we get wounded. We're weary and despondent. We stop carrying or even looking for the hope light because we no longer believe the power of the stars. Find the courage in your heart to believe again. This moment is asking you to put aside the weariness of your disbelief. Revive the wonder in your heart. Go out on a limb to hope again. You are worth it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you, Fatima. Yep. And the sun in your pocket. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so Kim, I don't know. It's saying here friendship and company. Are you missing out? You don't have, let's say, a girlfriend close by that you can talk to and, I don't know, go shopping or go out for coffee or something. Is there some, or maybe this is your mom, because I know your mom and you stay together or do things together, but it says friendship and company. You feel better when that happens because you're ready to celebrate something. It says make sure you celebrate every success that comes to you. I think, for me, I could have a party if it was, oh, it's sunny out today. Let's have a party. It doesn't have to be a special occasion. There's something else that's weighing down on you, and it's saying, be brave and deal with it. It's not really that bad. But then I get the unicorn, and it's reminding you you're one of a kind. You are one of a kind, girl.
Mhm.
And you are that friend to so many. So make sure you celebrate that. And thank you. Yeah. All right. I don't think Shringar is here, so I'm going to move on to SR Kish. Thank you for waiting. I told you it would be a while, so I appreciate it. It has been a while. Yeah, it's been actually an hour and almost a half. So,
Well, that's a half hour each, so we did pretty good, Allie.
I guess so.
Is E really good at building things, SR Kish? Like carpenter or mechanic or engineer or something like that? Hold on, let me see what the cards say about them. Okay, so
Engineer. Yep.
I'm hearing this thing about another Lothario energy, another deceptive energy. Page of Swords reversed, which can be like a whistleblower or someone that would call something out. They might actually be the type of person too that might have studied a lot of different things and maybe never found their way or never could settle down in their youth. Knight of Cups reversed. I'm still feeling like a romantic on the outside, but externally it's dangerous. You would have to tame this energy. And you also would be in a position where you'd be having to negotiate the romanticism that he exudes with practicality. I'm hearing Eight of Swords reversed in the past. I think it's the type of energy where you might be enveloped in something that you know you shouldn't be. Ace of Cups reversed. You could get hurt. The cup runneth over, or he might be volatile in some way. Well, it was actually the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords came in. That's 2 aces. I'm going to go no on this only because I feel like your protection means more. I don't know if you've had a bad relationship in the past, but I don't see in the cards that if he does, it wouldn't be good for you. But I don't even really see that he does. 5 of Wands, or he or she for that matter, or they. Sorry, 5 of Wands. This, you really want this, but I'm not really sure why you do, is what I'm hearing. And I'm also hearing too that you've gone to the ends of the earth with that Chariot energy to show this person how you feel. The external energy, the 10 of Wands, like it almost comes off, I'm just going to say it as desperation because that's what I'm hearing. 5 of Swords. 5s I don't like. I'll tell you why I don't, because they're about stops, halts, and holts. They're telling you to cool it. Stop trying so hard with this person for some reason. And then the outcome, the Star, which is the opposite of hope. So disillusion or whatever. I'm going to say no.
Okay.
And if it is a yes, stay away from it.
Oh. Because it's Danger Will Robinson? Well, you don't know that
I
reference,
don't
probably.
have a good feeling about it.
Okay. All right. Denise?
He is an
SR.
engineer. Look.
He is.
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder if he's a serial killer.
Oh, God.
And then does he build things and dispose of stuff? Oh.
I see a really smart dude here, and that could be a very attractive thing to her. But I also see like he could be really hot too, but I feel like it's danger. Like I don't know.
Yeah. And you must always feel that gut feeling and follow it, because otherwise you might end up in a grave. And Gellick is agreeing, but always. Yeah. Oh yeah, that word, that's a good word to use.
Yes.
SR, I'm asking, Gellick's saying yes, but I'm agreeing with Jeff with the feeling. Let me see. Let's ask Gellick if he's dangerous. Gellick, is E dangerous? And he immediately started saying yes, no. He's saying no, he's not dangerous.
Oh.
So go ahead, I guess. Yeah.
So, well, let's ask SR. Let's ask, is E a good person? Is SR Kish, the person she's asking about, is he a good person? Yes.
Yeah.
He is a good person. Gellick, is he interested in SR Kish as a romantic involvement? And he's going around in a circle.
Yeah. See, this is what I mean. He might want to take her to bed.
But
and he might think he is interested, but it's that Lothario energy. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't know himself.
Yeah, and if you want a short-term fling, he'd probably be happy to do it. But long-term, let me see. Gellick, is E a long-term relationship?
SR wants something short-term too. I don't know.
Yeah, that might be.
Yeah, Gellick is E. Is this E guy short-term? Yes. So it depends on how much time you want to put effort into it.
Yeah.
Do you want to put the effort into it, or do you just or just keep your avenues open and stop focusing on just one and look at a bunch?
That's what this was about, merging the two and what you guys want. If you want the same thing, then yeah. But if you don't.
Because Gellick says yes, exactly. He's agreeing with.
Yeah. Okay.
And I trust Gellick.
I do too. I don't.
Yeah, because He's
All right. He's a good Buddhist. All right.
he
So
is. He is. And I
what
mean,
I
he makes me laugh. It's just like he's so fun.
yeah.
Super small.
So SR, my first card for you is to block out chaos. This was chaotic. Listening to the reading, it was chaotic to hear. It was like yes or no, start or go, back and forth. So this is going to be something you have to decide. The cards won't be the ones that tell you. But it says that you'll make breakthrough progress in deciding whether or not this is what you want. All right. And it's pushing you out of the comfort zone. And if it pushes you out of your comfort zone, then trust your intuition. If it doesn't push you out of your comfort zone and you know what you're doing, and so does this person, and you agree with it, I agree that it would be okay for you. It would make you happy. But you are yourself are having a split mind, undecided, as is he. When I got this, I said, oh, he can't decide. And I'm thinking maybe you can't either because your heart is still with someone else. And maybe that person is not going to come back. But I'm feeling as though this is just a really difficult decision for you. And so take it slow, but ultimately you're the one that decides. You're the
Date
boss.
multiple. Date multiple. It was like that other lady I said, when you buy a house, you don't buy the first house. When you buy a car,
Yeah.
try, it. Personally, I used to date multiple men at the same time. I didn't have sex with them, but I, went out to dinner.
Yeah.
We went, do things.
Yeah.
They come over to the house, stuff like that. But you get to know them better. Once you get emotionally involved, then the blinders go up and you can't see nothing. You're like that horse with them blinders on, because our emotions, especially us women.
Yeah. And SR, I could feel that you're still connected to this past person or this other person, and it's really, really difficult for you because of that connection. And you can't make a round a peg fit in a square hole, or the other way around. I don't know, but take your time, sweetheart. Take your time. Intuitively, Moniqueness, I welcome you. But we have been on for over 2.5 hours and we're almost done. So maybe next time. Thank you, though.
And we're fried.
Yeah. We're what? We're fried?
We're
yes.
fried.
I'm
We're
definitely fried. I am.
Yes. After spiritually doing this is, I find like after Jeff and I work like for 2 hours, and this room is not hot. I am just burning up. It's something about the
Sure. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of energy. It really is. I'm just going to do a message for the collective before we head out. I'm going to say, here's the medicine. Make sure that you find whatever your medicine is. And it could be being outside. It could be creating, writing, painting, latch hook rugs, whatever it is, that's your medicine. And we all need medicine because we need to love ourselves first. And it says here structure, but I'm feeling like we need structure, but right now we don't have it in our culture. So we have to make it individually for ourselves in order for us to move forward. So there's my message for you. Jeff?
Mine's detach.
Okay.
With the 6 of Cups upright, it can be about the past and holding on to now I'm doubling down on it and saying you need to detach right now. And at the same time to hold on to your money. Something's coming, and eventually there will be justice.
Oh, from your lips.
How far down the line, I don't know.
I know. Yeah. Denise?
Thank you guys.
I pulled the vodka card.
Okay.
It's the hermit. Look inside yourself for the answers you seek. Take time for introspection in the days ahead.
Amen. Amen. And if not, make a good stiff drink. No. Thank you. This was so much fun. This was fun. Actually, it was Denise and Jeff that asked me to come on with them tonight, and I had a wonderful time. And I want to thank you for inviting me, and thank you everybody who hung around. Oh my God, we've had a lot of people here tonight. We really have.
Now I'm
So,
going to bed. Yeah.
going to bed? I don't blame you. Make sure you like and subscribe to Jeff and
Yes.
Denise's channels, please, and make it a good night. Love
Thank
you.
you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Allie.